morning, guys. It's Cecilia, aka ForRealCeil, and what 90 days can do, and MLS Wealth Makers. How you doing today? Look, it's nice out. It really is. It's like 52 degrees, but I feel so chilly. Like it's like a damp 52. I know that rain is coming. They said so. I can feel it. Trust me, I can feel it. But hey, it's another day. My teeth are starting to bother me. Remember back in June, I broke a tooth, upper molar, on some pork rinds, and then in July, I broke another tooth. It just broke. I mean, I don't know what happened, but it broke. And I also have a loose tooth now that I've been realizing is loose for like several months. It just started bothering me, and I used to always wonder why when I brushed this side of my mouth, when I brushed, I would get a pain. Like it wasn't a same kind of pain like a pain when you hit a cavity or something. It just was like a pain. Like it just would bother me, so I would brush it more because I'm thinking, okay, it's probably a cavity coming or something going on, so I would brush that area a lot. So then I realized it's loose because it started shifting a little. So I'm like, okay, now I have a loose tooth. So now I have 3 teeth that are problematic, and maybe even more. And now, after putting off and putting off and putting off, the busier I get, now they're bothering me. They're really bothering me. Like I can feel a mild aching pain right now when I'm talking. And it's hitting me in more than one area of my teeth. It's hitting me in teeth that are not affected or that should not be affected. And it's because, because teeth are weird that way. Like the affected tooth can react on the other side of your mouth. It's all based on where the nerve endings in and stuff. It's always been fascinating to me, like how that works. But yeah, so yeah. That's it. I'm just driving into work. I'm a little late today. I really didn't feel like going. I need to go to the dentist. That's what I need to do. I might wind up leaving to go there. I have to make some calls, and there's a specialist that I have that pulled my tooth last time I had a issue with a tooth, and I'm believing that is very likely I might have to go back to a specialist because I'm going to need some teeth pulled or crowns or something. I would love it if they could resolve this issue with crowns and not take any more of my teeth, because I have 2 missing teeth, and then my molars in the back on both sides were pulled. So now with the other 2 teeth missing and the molars in the back being gone, my teeth are shifting. So they're not evenly spaced anymore, and that bothers me. That bothers me because I don't want gaps in my teeth, and I don't want my teeth to lean. Like, I just want them to be properly aligned. So well, it's too late for that because I already see my teeth a little messed up. I have my pictures and I can see my teeth, and they change all the time, but I don't want it to progress any further, so I gotta be careful with that. And of course, teeth health is very important. If you're not aware, infections in the mouth and eyes, ears, nose, and throat can go to the brain very easily. It's very close to your head, and you can suffer, a lot of different health issues because of teeth. So have to be careful with that. So I'm gonna try my best to get this resolved and do something about it. And I'm really perturbed that I put it off so long, because now it may affect some other stuff I have going on. So I have a lot going on. I'm very busy, and I can't afford to miss certain stuff. So now I'm just really upset because it's like, wow, I have to go to the dentist. What if they pull something now? Or what if they can't pull something now and they do something something, and then it changes something, and then I start having more pain or another issue or need something or swelling or something, and that is something that I really can't, I really don't need right now, because I want everything needs to be working properly in my mouth and my mind and all that stuff. So yeah, that's about it. So I wanted to know how you're doing today, what you're thinking about doing, what are your plans, what are your goals, are you thinking about summer, are you liking this weather? I can't wait until spring gets here, because really I can't stand being cold. I am a February baby, and I was born in a blizzard. However, I don't like being cold. Not at all. Sometimes a nice cold brisk day is very invigorating, and it just feels good. Like sometimes you just feel good to breathe some good, fresh, crisp air. But I don't like being cold. So I was just watching the news the other day, and they had the polar bear plunge and all those people jumping into the ocean, and I'm like, wow, it must take some balls to do it. One, because if you don't just dive right in and just deal with it, it's probably just so cold that if you tip your foot in there, you'll run away like a little chicken. And I'm just like, wow, these people are super brave, and they just do it. They just dive in, And when I think about that mentality of just diving in, like, it just brings me back to choices in life and things. I did the ASL ice challenge, the ice water challenge, where I got dumped a bucket of ice water over my head, and I did it, and I lived through it. It wasn't terrible, actually. It wasn't that bad. I thought it would have been a lot worse, and it was very cold, but it was for a good cause. It was for such a good cause. And I think that these people who are doing the polar bear plunge, are doing it for a good cause, and for the thrill of doing such an event, like for challenging their self, or they may like it, because some people really like cold. They like cold weather, they like cold water, and out here it's very good for you, really. Cold does a lot for the body and stuff. I remember when my kids were very young, and before they got to walking age, my ex-husband, my baby's father at the time, would say, you have a baby, pick me them in cold water, firm up the bones them. And I'm like, what? Yeah, man, you're for bathe the picnic them in cold water, for firm up them bones them, and strengthen up your arms, and strengthen up your bones, and strengthen up the legs them. And I'm like, really? Okay. So when I found out about it, and I'm like, okay, it does something to the vigor of the body. It does something to the intensity of the body. Now, when you're young and you start getting cold water plunges, it strengthens you, and it gives you a tolerance, a certain kind of tolerance. And I get that. Nature and health and all that is very strange. It's just like, wow. It's just like, you never know how little teeny things that you do or don't do can affect health, can affect your strengths and your weaknesses. So I'm just like, wow, it's amazing the things that you learn. Just being. It just is interesting. That's all. But I like the fact that people are challenging themselves and doing great things. And as a reminder to self, I could be more in tune and alert to or receptive to challenging myself, because again, I'm trying to apply all of the things that I'm learning, and I'm following Jennifer Mendez, and she is just like a brilliant young lady. I am so glad that Marlene put me on this group. It's Light Up Your Social Media. What she's saying is so matter of fact, astounding, and I'm going to do my utmost best to comply and follow exactly what she is saying. And I know that there are times when I'm scatterbrained. There's times when I talk out my face about just anything. Like today, I just picked the topic because it was my teeth, and my teeth are killing me, and then health. It went to that. But in relation to all of that, we have to choose our strengths, and sometimes push ourselves that extra mile, regardless of the circumstances around us. And I guess that's what the purpose of this conversation is. It's just saying that we can go above and beyond. We can push ourselves to do things, even though it may not feel comfortable to us at the time. Listen, a great person once said, and I listened to this, and I was like, wow, it really makes sense. Those who are comfortable now will be uncomfortable later. Those who are uncomfortable now will be comfortable later. We're preparing. Sometimes it takes going through all the discomfort and battling it and pushing to achieve certain stuff, so that in the later time in life we'll be comfortable. We'll have all the things we need. We have accomplished what we needed to get done, so that all of our ducks are lined up in a row. Because when people are sitting back idly now and they're comfortable, yeah, but what happens when the change of life occurs? What happens when you're no longer able to get out and go get it? What happens when the money starts drying up? There is no residual income, or there is no passive income. What happens? Well, you become uncomfortable. So enduring a trialing time in life, and it may not be for that long. It may be a good 5 to 10 years or less of really hard work, putting in that effort, of being uncomfortable, of forcing yourself into situations and applying yourself greatly towards a cause that will pay off and make you very comfortable in the end. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll be talking to you, hopefully not with swollen jaws. Bye-bye.